Hello, Kimberly families. This is Mr. Sally providing you with important information that you can use. Please pay close attention to the information being shared in my weekly news bulletin. These bulletins will be shared weekly for all school community and housed on our Kimberly YouTube page. If you have any questions after listening to these announcements, please give us a call at 404-802-7600 and someone will be able to answer any questions you may have. Do want to continue reminding our boys and girls about some expectations for a successful virtual learning experience. Make sure that even as we conclude this year, that you are getting out of bed daily for school, that you find a table to sit at that is clean and organized, and that you find a quiet place for learning. Keep technology charged and store your technology in a safe place when not in use. For our in-person students, please follow these guidelines. Wear your mask daily that covers both your nose and your mouth. Sit behind your desk shields at all times unless at lunch. And make sure that, most importantly, you do not come to school sick. I want to say happy birthday to the following Kimberly Panthers. Trinity and Aiden are celebrating their birthday on the 12th of this month. Jalen and Mariah on the 13th, and Kiani on the 14th, and Hunter on the 15th. Happy birthday, Kimberly Panthers. Make sure that you come to the main office this week to get your birthday prize. And now for some news and announcements. When I look at our weekly specials rotation and upcoming events for this week, we're going to have Specials Day 5 on Monday, Specials Day 1 on Tuesday. Wednesday, of course, is asynchronous. Thursday is Specials Day 2, and Friday is Specials Day 3. Here's some upcoming events. On the May 10th through May 18th, which starts this Monday, we're going to start our benchmark testing for our second grade boys and girls. We'll have GMAS testing for our fourth graders in ELA on Monday, and in math on Thursday. Now, of course, we'll be doing makeup testing for any boys and girls who may have missed any portion of the test. If we have parents who are bringing their boys and girls to school for testing because you have been virtual, make sure that you come on Monday or Thursday if you're a fourth grader for ELA or for math. If you're a fifth grade student who has begun taking makeup exams and you were virtual, please make sure that if you have not finished those, that you're also coming on Monday and Thursday. We'll continue having our weekly surveillance testing on Tuesday, and we ask that any parents who have not signed up for surveillance testing, that you please pull down that permission slip out of our weekly newsletter, so that way you can get your child tested each Tuesday while they're at school this year and next year. We will have, and I just put this on here, just as an upcoming event on the 21st, we'll begin our end of the year celebration activities for our fifth grade boys and girls. And we'll begin with our fifth grade field day and lunch on the lawn. And that will be for our in-person students only. Unfortunately, our virtual students will not be able to participate in that, but there are other things that they will be able to participate in that I will talk to you about later. This week, we are honoring our awesome APS nurse heroes. It is Nurses Week, and we want to thank all of our APS nurses who put their best foot forward every day to keep our team members and students safe and healthy every day. More importantly, I want to say thank you to Miss Nurse Dudley. You see her picture there. When you see her, please know that Miss Dudley is here each and every morning, beginning at 7 a.m. to ensure that everyone who enters our building is safe and COVID-free. Speaking of being COVID-free, we're continuing to mask up APS. Here's an important Q&A on wearing your mask from our Comprehensive Health Services Manager. So what is the latest guidance on wearing a mask? Well, wearing a mask is still a recommended mitigation effort to protect yourself and others and to reduce the spread of COVID-19. If I've been vaccinated, do I still need to wear a mask? Well, According to the CDC, if you are fully vaccinated, you can gather or conduct activities outdoors without wearing a mask, except in certain crowded settings and venues. The CDC considers for those who have been fully vaccinated can be found, so more information about that can be found on the CDC website. But at school, of course, we are still wearing our mask at all times. And that's that last question. Are masks still required in APS buildings? Yes, masks are still required to be worn in APS buildings. Here's some information about the academic recovery. This summer, APS will be offering academic recovery from June 2nd through the 30th for virtual and in-person learning opportunities for all APS students. Of course, each school has recommended some students to participate. This is a full day pre-K through 12 instruction. Transportation and meals will be provided for free. Registration closes on May 14th. So make sure that you get registered today. If you have not registered for summer academic recovery, all you have to do is give us a call at 404-802-7600 and Ms. King can get you all set up. Also want to remind all of our parents of our pre-K students or any rising kindergarten students that we have Kinder Camp, which will be taking place at Fickett Elementary School, and it will be for all of the Thorough Cluster schools. That's Continental Colony, Deerwood, Fickett, and Kimberly. It will take place July 12th through the 23rd, and it will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you need more information about that, you can call our school and we'll send out that information, but there should be a flyer and information in our weekly newsletter for you to be able to register your child today. Go Team elections are taking place now through May 16th. If you should have all received your own personalized link for you to cast your vote for our parent and our staff representatives for Go Team. Please make sure that you do so today. Our fifth graders will be having their promotional activities as a drive-by, and it'll take place on Tuesday, May 25th from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. right here in the Kimberly parking lot. You'll join us for a drive-by as we celebrate our fifth graders' transition to middle school. Feel free to decorate your vehicles, come by, grab your grab bags, and be celebrated as we recognize our boys and girls for all of their accomplishments. So I want to remind you of some updates for next school year. But before I even talk about these that you see on the screen, some more information will be placed in our school newsletter about the returning of devices. So all of our boys and girls receive devices, laptops and or iPads this school year and last spring. And so last spring, we did not collect those devices, nor did we collect them at the beginning of this school year, but we will be collecting them this year. So starting on May 17th, any student who's not participating in our summer academic recovery program should be prepared to return their device, their iPad and or Chromebook to the school. That way we can get those devices updated, cleaned, refreshed, and ready to be able to be used next school year for our boys and girls who might need them. Again, starting on May 17th, all boys and girls who will not be attending summer academic recovery need to return their iPads and or Chromebooks. Now, students who will be participating in our summer academic recovery, of course, will be able to keep theirs because you will need it for summer academic recovery. Some other things that to be on the lookout for is a change in our bell schedule next year. Next year, elementary school students' bell schedule will be from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. That will be our instructional day, which will include the additional 30 minutes of intervention versus what we had this year of 8 a.m. to 2:30. The drop-off for buses will be as early as 8 a.m. versus the 7:30 drop-off that we've had this year. Next year, we'll have 5 days of instruction with no asynchronous Wednesdays, with that intervention block again happening at least 4 times a week, which for us at Kimberly Elementary School will likely be 5 days a week of intervention blocks. That's at least 2 reading and 2 math in 30-minute segments. We will continue following the COVID-19 mitigation strategies that we have in place this year, where masks will be required, temperature screening will take place, weekly surveillance testing will happen, and we'll be social distancing with at least 3 feet. And again, we'll have the health check happen daily for all of our in-person students. I know some of our parents have been using health check and some of you have not been using it on a daily basis. It is important that each and every day for all of our in-person students that health check is being completed for each of your boys and girls who are coming into an APS facility. Do want to remind you that if your child is scheduled for in-person learning, they must be present daily for in-person learning. After 5 missed days, they may be moved to virtual learning. Students are not able to log into virtual classes from home instead of being absent if they are in-person learning. You are unable to switch them back and forth. You got to pick one. And again, this is Health Check. Health Check is the tool that we use for our daily health screenings for in-person students. You're going to enter your symptoms in the app to determine if students should come to school or not. The school will be notified if a student fails the screening. And then that will direct us to, one, make sure that boy or girl is not in school. And if they are, we'll be calling you to have you come and pick up your child. But before we do that, our nurse will ask you some questions just to ensure that the information placed in the app was correct. If in fact your student is positive for COVID-19 or has been exposed to COVID-19, there is a form that APS asks you to complete, and it's found at tinyaps.com/?COVID student form. And that will then give information to our school and to our school health services department about your child's exposure or positive case. This concludes my weekly news bulletin. Thank you for your attention. We are Panthers who roar, respect others, own responsibility, always safe, and ready at all times.